Welcome back. Now there are some basic timeline elements that you'll want to understand as you start the editing process. What you're going to notice at this very top measurement band are time increments. And depending on how zoomed in to the file you are, you're going to see different levels at the time band. So for example, if we shrink the view of the timeline by going to this minus area and we click repeatedly on it, you're going to notice that the file becomes more visible and that the view of the time levels will change. And what we can do is we can look at the video at various points on the timeline by moving the cursor. We can grab the cursor, we can manually move the timeline, and we can see different points in the video. If we need to lengthen the timeline, we can do that. Now the timing itself hasn't changed, but our view of the file has changed and what we can do during the editing process. Now in order to move the cursor back to the very beginning, we can hit the Control and the Home button. That's going to move our cursor back to the beginning. If we want to move our cursor to the end of the file, we can hit the Control and the End button. That'll move our cursor to the end. Or we can manually move it by clicking with our mouse on top of the cursor and dragging it back over the timeline. What we can do also is to watch our video in real time by clicking on the play button, and what you'll notice is that the timeline will move with the actual video. So for example, we're going to click on top of this play button, you're going to hear the video playing, and you're going to see the cursor move along the timeline as the video plays in real time. And then the recording process. And you'll see the operation of the cursor on the timeline. Now what we can also do in order to start and stop the play process is to use the spacebar on our personal computer, and that will also move the editor and player along with the cursor on the timeline. So for example, if we were to click the space button, it says then starts, and then click the space button again to stop it, you'll notice that the cursor stops again. We can click the space bar again, and then the recording process then starts. And we can click the space bar again to stop the player. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video.